इतनी भी क्या जल्दी है प्यारे, जरा रुक और देख प्रकृति के नजारे।
Cup I ask silently. All my destinations will accept the one that's me, so I can breathe. Circles they grow and they swallow people whole. Half their lives they say goodnight to wives they'll never know. And a mind full of questions and a teacher in my soul. And so it goes. Or I'll have to go. Holding me like gravity are places that pull. If ever there was someone to keep me at home, it would be you.
We are almost 2 kilometers from Thangu. As you can see, it's snowing very badly. We've got almost more than 8 to 10 inches of snow. The army checkpost people told us not to go. And so far we've come this far, but seeing the road ahead, I don't think we will be able to carry on with our bikes because the tires are skidding very badly.
Even if we reach Thangu, we won't be able to. There's no surety that the weather would remain good, and it's getting worse. Yeah, and they won't allow us to go back.
I don't think the army people will allow us to go to Gurudongmar. Unfortunately, we have to go back.
They say fortune favors the brave. Maybe that's why the three brats had reached this far even after thinking of giving up the trip on the first day. Let's see how they did it.
Day 2, the first thing we did is getting my tire fixed up. Another bad experience of a tire puncture 10 kilometers from Sintham, but you don't get a chance to ride while sitting on the tank. Right from the start of the trip we are facing one or other challenges, and this was another one. Anyways, let's see what's next in the store.
How was the experience of riding on the tank? 10 kilometers on hilly roads.
Ramneek Singh, you better know that as you were following me.
Yes, I was.
And you have seen me like I was about to fall 2 or 3 times.
Anxiously we started from Sintham with the aim of reaching Mangan. And we reached Mangan after breakfast at about 12:30. Mangan has the last petrol pump for the entire North Sikkim, and that is where we got our tanks filled and took some petrol for reserve. There we saw the tour which showed the various distances of North Sikkim. We had Chungthang, Lachen, Lachung, Gurudongmar, that was like 126 kilometers from Mangan. We've reached Mangan, the time is 12:30. We've got our permits, but the people are saying that the roads are very bad and the weather is also not good. So we are giving a application that if we are going on our own, at our own risk, so if anything happens it's on our own risk. So slightly we are a bit tense right now about what to do and what not to do.
Our next destination was the Tung checkpost, where we showed the authorities our passes and they gave us a go ahead.
But we had to stop there for like half an hour because there was one-way traffic. So at Tung we had our lunch as well, and one feature of North Sikkim is that you don't get food, availability of food is not good. I mean, you don't get restaurants, bars, pubs like in the cities. Just small canteens is all that they have at home and other places, and you have to just have Maggi, tea and all that, omelets and stuff.
Around 2 p.m. we are waiting for the gates to open for our forward journey. Our passes have been passed. We all have got the clearance to go ahead, and the good news is that the road to Gurudongmar is open. And right now we are just waiting for a tummy fill up of Maggies, and the Maggies have come. Akhtar is calling, the Maggies have come. So we'll meet again when we reach in Chungthang.
Chung checkpost and saw the road. My God, it was unexplainable what sort of a road we encountered. I mean, off-roading was purely defined on that road. It was like 5 to 7 kilometers of pure off-roading.
So far, I have done many off-roadings, but this one road, I should suggest everyone come test your skills, test your stamina, because this is going to demand the best out of you.
This was the second part of the day, which was sort of a challenge, so I called the second part of the day as challenge. Also, on our way from Mangan to Chungthang and then Chungthang to Lachen, we encountered many streams which were actually passing through the road, so we had to kind of ride through those streams. We knew we would be expecting these kind of streams, and so far we had been anticipating when would these streams come, but on the first day we didn't get any of those, but on the second day we did encounter 4-5 streams of that sort. Next thing, we reached Chungthang at around 4:30, and we decided we'll continue to Lachen. We'll make a night stay at Lachen. The roads were good after Chungthang. Now the third part of the day started when we left Chungthang and started our drive for Lachen. Now the word to describe this stretch is beauty. This was by far the most beautiful stretch that we had encountered, and I mean, the roads were nice, the surroundings were good, and everything was very, very beautiful.
Such is the way of the world, you can never know just where to put all your faith and how will it grow. Gonna rise up, bring back coals and dark memories. Gonna rise up, turn mistakes into growth.
When we left Sikkim, it was very hot. I mean, we couldn't wear our jackets. So what we did is we wore our Brats Incorporation t-shirts, and then we put on our raincoats and started towards Chungthang. But once we started ascending from Chungthang to Lachen, the weather started to get cooler and cooler. But call us lazy, call us whatever you want. We didn't took out our jackets and wore those. We kept on driving in that one t-shirt and raincoat all the way from Sikkim to Lachen, in very cold temperatures, and once we reached Lachen, we were like shivering like anything.
And at around 5:30 in the evening, we reached the beautiful village of Lachen.
We knew that we won't get any network coverage after Lachen. So once we reached Chungthang, actually we forgot to call any of our parents or friends. And when we reached Lachen, Abduldeep has a BSNL number, and he got his phone and he saw that there was no network. We were just hoping that people don't create a huge scene because we hadn't called. Actually, it was not our fault. There was no network in Lachen. So ultimately, 2 days we spent without contacting anybody from the outer world. It was just 3 brats, enjoying themselves and having the time of their lives. So after that, we had a tough day in the morning. We were trying to leave for Gurudongmar, so we had a quick dinner and then we went to sleep. So that's how day 2 of our trip was pretty eventful, and it was better than day 1, and we really enjoyed ourselves. That's all about day 2. And you can see that's raining. Day 3, the big day, started off very early in the morning. Good morning, guys. We are currently in Lachen. It's early morning, 5 o'clock. You can see the sun has just risen. We are all ready for going to Gurudongmar. It's very cold, so within a few hours we'll be there. The place we've been dreaming of for the past 1 month. So see you guys on top of the world.
We hit the roads by 5:15 or 5:30 in the morning.
When we left from Lachen, there was a stretch which was covered with mud. So it was first it was my turn to get stuck in it. So both Ramneek and AB passed it very easily, but my bike got stuck there. And there was something very funny that happened there was these guys came back and they helped me out to take my bike out of that mud. But what happened is AB's shoe got stuck in there, and his shoe got stuck there, but his leg came out with his socks, and so his socks were also spoiled, his shoe was also spoiled, and he was the first one to get chilled water on his shoes. At 5 a.m. in the morning. At 5 a.m. in the morning.
Initially, the experience was much like an off-roading with some mixture of good roads, bad roads, worst roads.
On the way, we found some white flowers, but later on when we realized that it was not flowers, it was actually snow which was fallen on the plants there. a little more higher up, we saw that there was snow on the road itself. So we started grinning inside our helmets. I mean, we were not expecting snow at all.
But the main excitement began when we started driving through the snow. Actually, this is the first time in my life that I have ever seen snow. And not only this time I have seen snow, but I have rode through it. It was an experience worthy of a lifetime. So as we kept on pushing towards Gurudongmar, the snow started becoming thicker and thicker.
We saw the cars taking U-turn, all the sumos, boleros, they were taking a U-turn and coming back. And we were advised not to go further. And in fact, the checkpost personnel, they told us like we will not be allowed to go further, and our bikes would not go. So we thought, okay, let's go ahead and see how far can we go.
Then as we moved forward, the snow kept on increasing, and at one point of time we were, driving through 10-12 inches of snow. I mean, our bikes were getting stuck in the snow. There was ice on the road, and we were, skidding all the way through. Tumbling and falling. It was like tumbling bikes everywhere. Every 200 meters, one of the bikes was falling down. Then the other two people were going there and picking up that bike. It was like, it's an unexplainable scene. I mean, white snow all around, no people, no cars, only 3 bikes, riding slowly, falling down, getting up, and then again riding. One of a kind experience.
And at one point, we almost thought that it is no way possible to carry on beyond.
Again, with a small throttle also, the very less throttle, the wheels used to skid, and we were not able to ride, so we thought of giving up, right? The first time. So the whole road was covered with snow, and there was no way that we could cross that.
We are almost 2 kilometers from Thangu. As you can see, it's snowing very badly. We've got almost more than 8 to 10 inches of snow. The army checkpost people told us not to go. And so far we've come this far, but seeing the road ahead, I don't think we will be able to carry on with our bikes because the tires are skidding very badly.
Even if we reach Thangu, we won't be able to, there's no surety that the weather would remain good, and it's getting worse, and they won't allow us to go back.
I don't think the army people will allow us to go to Gurudongmar. Unfortunately, we have to go back.
आगे जाके देखते हैं had been the motto of the trip. But was this it for the 3 brats? Had they gone ahead and seen till where they can reach? Not really, as God had some other plans for them. But for that, we'll have to wait for part 3.
Finally, we reached Thangu, which is like 14,000 feet above sea level. Our permits were the only permits to get a stamp on that day because all the cars had gone back. So when we reached the last checkpost, we saw a sort of snowstorm taking place, which was not very good.
We were scared, like the shoes are fully wet, and we were on a sub-zero environment, and we were scared of frostbite.
The first time I experienced near frostbite conditions.
Load shedding, no current. Enjoying this local rum. Sikkim XXX prize rum. Candlelight cocktail party. All throughout the day there has been lots of chilling. Now it's a bit of heating ourselves up.